beautiful day in May. We just finished up dinner. We're just outside walking around in the yard. It's got to be 75 or 80 degrees. I just wanted to talk to you about the first in probably a couple part series about what should be the engine and the centerpiece of your garden. If you've planted your first bed and you're wondering what to do next, or if you've been gardening for a little bit and you're wondering how to take it up to the next level, I would tell you that if you have not started a compost bin, that should be your next step. So I wanted to talk to you about what I have for my compost bin. I've had this for the last 6 or 7 years. Frankly, it was the first thing I ever put into my yard, even before I did the vegetable garden. And I've had it for years. Frankly, that's why it's going to be a couple part episode, is I want to redo it. I think it looks kind of dodgy. I used to have plants in front of it, but now that I've built the raised bed, it's a little bit more exposed in the yard. It doesn't smell or anything, but I think I can get much more efficient use out of composting the stuff down by redoing it and make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to have you follow along while I kind of turn this into a project to get a little bit more efficient and a little bit better with my compost bin. However, just as a few notes, it's the greatest thing you can put in your yard. Your plants love it once it's broken down and turned into compost. It's one of the things that'll turn your plants around. They love the fertilizer and the nutrients that come from it. Compost teas can be made. Maybe I'll do an episode on that. I've never done that before. And I think that's the next thing I want to try doing with organic gardening. And that's basically making a brew from the compost in some water and then spraying it onto the leaves. And the foliar application does a wonder at keeping the bugs away and keeping the plants healthy without the use of herbicides and pesticides. But at any rate, these are great. Do something to create it. It can be as simple as just having a pile somewhere in your yard. Obviously, if you're in a suburban setting, you want to find a way to make it so it looks aesthetically pleasing for your neighbors, because you don't want to have a big pile of garbage that looks kind of trashy. Your neighbors probably won't like that. But once you have one, you can put everything into it. We try to put most of our our vegetable scraps into it. You want to actually avoid putting any meat-related stuff into it. That will attract animals. But as far as anything vegetable-related, it can be banana peels and orange peels to stuff left over from salads. You can dump it in there. We put our pumpkins after Halloween in there, and they disappear during the winter, and you don't even know they exist in the spring. So if you haven't done a compost bin, I would encourage you to start. And in a couple more episodes, I'll show you what I'm doing to kind of upgrade the compost bin I have. Talk to you later.